Hey, if you're listening to this right now, maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you've been waking up heavy, scrolling endlessly, wondering what you're doing with your life. Maybe the world feels too loud, and your purpose feels too quiet. No one gave us a manual for this part of life. In your 20s and early 30s, everything feels like a question. What am I doing? Who am I becoming? Is this job right? Is this person right? Did I waste too much time? Am I already too late? But here's the truth most people don't say out loud. Confusion is not failure. Uncertainty is part of the process. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. Growth feels messy. Becoming who you are isn't a straight line. It's full of pauses, pivots, backtracks, and moments where all you can do is just keep breathing. And that's okay. Comparison is the thief of joy, but social media makes it so easy. You see them buying houses, getting married, traveling the world, launching businesses. And here you are, just trying to make it through the week. But their timeline is not your timeline. Your journey is yours, and no one else can walk it. You're not late. You're not early. You're right on time for your life. Let go of the pressure to catch up. You are not a project that needs to be completed by 30. You're a soul, evolving at your own pace. Burnout doesn't make you weak. It means you've been strong for too long without support. If you need to pause, pause. If you need to rest, rest. You don't have to earn rest with exhaustion. You don't have to hit rock bottom to deserve peace. Rest is not laziness. It's sacred. It's necessary. It's healing. Give yourself permission to unplug, to breathe, to be. You don't have to be doing more to be worthy of love, of respect, or even of your own kindness. Your value is not based on your output. It's not measured in emails, promotions, or Instagram followers. You're not here just to grind, hustle, and prove. You're here to live, to feel, to connect, to create, to be. You're allowed to change paths. You're allowed to not love your job. You're allowed to dream of more. Your identity is bigger than your resume. You are a whole person. Not just a role, not just a title. If you're still here, you're strong. If you've survived heartbreak, rejection, anxiety, depression, you're strong. If you've had days where getting out of bed felt like a war, and you still did it, you're powerful. Even when you don't feel strong, you are. Every version of you that's ever struggled is still cheering for you. They didn't break you, they built you. So don't underestimate how far you've come. We glorify big wins, the degrees, the rings, the 6 figures. But what about getting out of bed when you didn't want to? What about choosing peace over arguing? What about texting a friend back when you felt like isolating? These aren't small. These are signs of growth. These are quiet victories that prove you're still choosing life. So give yourself credit for the healing no one sees. Celebrate your consistency, your resilience, your efforts, even when they're imperfect. Just because something once fit doesn't mean it always will. Growth often requires letting go. And yes, it can feel lonely. But you're not betraying your past by becoming someone new. You're allowed to evolve. You're allowed to move forward without guilt. You're allowed to choose yourself, even when it means walking away from people who don't. Growth may cost you comfort, but it gives you freedom. Maybe you've made mistakes. Maybe you've taken detours. Maybe you feel like you've wasted time. But what if nothing is wasted? What if the wrong turns led you to right lessons? What if the pain grew your compassion? What if the delays protected you? This is not your ending. This is a chapter, not the whole book. And the next chapter? You get to write it differently. You don't need a 5-year plan right now. You don't need to know how it's all going to work out. You just need to stay in motion, even if it's slow. Even if all you can do today is try again. There is power in showing up for yourself. There is power in trying again. There is power in trusting the process, especially when you can't see the results yet. Keep going. You are doing better than you think. You may not see it yet, but every moment you've survived, every tear you've cried, every time you kept going when it hurt, it's shaping you into someone with depth, with strength, with purpose. And one day, you'll look back and say, I didn't give up. I found myself. You're not lost. You're becoming. And the world needs who you are becoming. Let's redefine success. It's not just the job, not the house, not the income, not the title. Success is waking up and being proud of who you are. It's choosing peace over proving, healing instead of hiding, rest instead of burnout. Success is a quiet confidence. It's being able to say, I may not have it all figured out, but I trust myself to keep going. It's showing up for yourself when no one else claps. It's rebuilding, even when no one sees the foundation you're laying. Don't let society convince you that hustle is the only way. You're allowed to create a life that feels good, not just one that looks good. You're allowed to want peace. You're allowed to grow slowly. You're allowed to rest without guilt. Let's talk about your thoughts. Because your mind, when untrained, can become your harshest critic. You think, I'm not good enough. I should be doing more. I'm falling behind. Everyone else is better. But none of those thoughts are truth. They're habits. And habits can be changed. So what if, instead of tearing yourself down, you started building yourself up? What if you stopped waiting to feel confident and started acting like someone who's already worthy? Because here's the thing. You are already worthy. Even when you're tired. Even when you mess up. Even when you feel lost. You are more than what you do. More than your job title. More than how many likes you get or what milestone you've reached. You are not a machine. You're a human being, allowed to feel, fail, and begin again. Your value doesn't increase with busyness. You don't become more lovable when you accomplish more. You are already enough. Right here. As you are. You don't have to prove your worth through perfection. You are not here to perform. You are here to live. There will be seasons when growth feels invisible. Where everything feels still, like nothing is changing. And you start wondering, am I even making progress? But not all growth is loud. Some of it happens deep within. Quietly. Like roots growing under the surface before the flower blooms. Just because you don't see results yet, doesn't mean nothing's happening. Just because you're in a still place, doesn't mean you're stuck. Sometimes the most important work is internal. You are learning patience. You are building resilience. You are becoming someone steady, someone who doesn't give up on themselves. That matters more than you know. Some people won't understand your journey. Some people will misunderstand your quiet, your goals, your boundaries, your growth. And that's okay. You're not here to shrink yourself to fit into places you've outgrown. You don't have to stay small to make other people comfortable. Your energy is sacred. Protect it. Don't waste it trying to prove yourself to those who refuse to see you. Find your people, the ones who hear your silence, who respect your space, who celebrate your wins, even when they're small. Not everyone deserves access to you. And that's not selfish, that's self-respect. This is not the end. This is not where you stop. This is not the final version of you. You are still becoming. You are allowed to evolve, to rewrite the story, to begin again, as many times as it takes. You are allowed to dream again, to trust again, to believe that something beautiful is still coming. You are not lost. You are on the path, even when it doesn't feel like it. And I promise you, one day, you'll look back on this chapter and say, that was the moment I chose not to give up. So keep going. You are becoming someone powerful. And the world needs who you are becoming. If this spoke to you, let this be your reminder to breathe, to trust, to stop chasing a version of success that isn't yours. You are worthy. You are capable. You are loved. And your life still has so much beauty ahead. Now take a deep breath. Lift your chin. And walk into this day like it's already rooting for you. Because it is. You've got this. This is your reminder that you're doing better than you think. That your worth was never tied to how productive you are. That healing isn't linear, and growth isn't always loud. That not knowing the next step doesn't mean you're lost. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is just stay soft. Keep going. Keep feeling. Keep showing up. You're not behind. You're becoming. And the world? It's still waiting to meet the version of you that's learning to rise. Not through perfection, but through grace. And that's powerful.